Rosebud Magnetic Multi-Shaper Punch allows you to make 5 different punch shapes in a variety of sizes. And let's take a look at how to use it. We're going to start by making a border. The top of your punch literally pops off. It's attached by magnets here at the center. And to make a border, we're going to be looking for the border line along the top. And this punch system is really intuitive, easy to figure out and to use. So you line up your paper with that border section there, and your punch top pops back into place over the top. Now those magnets will find their right place, so you don't have to worry about lining it up or anything. It pops right in where it needs to go. To make the punch, press firmly on the top with the heel of your hand and remove. You've got your first punch in a series to make a border. So we're going to move it over now. You're going to be looking for this little pink center at the center of your image. You're going to line it up so that your image is in line with that center. You've got that pink at the center there. Then you'll pop your punch back into place and make your next punch. And you're just going to continue like this all the way across. You could make a border of any size here. I'm working with 8x8 friendship papers, but you could certainly make a border on cards or 12x12 papers. And as we make our last punch there, you'll see in addition to borders, this punch system creates some unique shapes. Let's take a look at some of those now. We're going to start by making a circle. We're going to make our punch anywhere we want on our paper. The neat thing about the magnetic punch system is that you don't have to worry about lining it up with the edge of your paper. You can stick that paper anywhere you want. The punch is just going to snap in place over the top, right through the paper, and we'll make our first punch. Once we've got that punch, we're going to be looking along the side of our base here. We've got 2 options for circles, 6 inches or 4 inches. Let's stick with the 4-inch for now, so we're going to be looking for this little brown icon at the center of our punch. We'll line it up, and those colors really help to let us know which one we're working with here. You can then snap your punch back into place and make your next punch. And we're going to continue like that, rotating to the right here, making a series of punches. Now, this punch system does work best on lighter weight papers. You could use lightweight cardstock, but it works best on these light patterned papers and scrapbooking papers. It takes the least amount of effort. And you'll see as we finish that off here, we're going to pop out our circle. We've got a lovely circle here with that rose pattern all the way around. And in addition to that, if I pop out that little piece that didn't come out all the way, we've got a circle frame. So you could cut out around that and have a frame to use for your photos, or you could use that inset there. You could also make an oval with a few extra tricks, and we'll take a look at that now. You're going to be using the oval positioner along the side of the top of your punch here. And you want to line it up so that when you place your paper, the edge of your paper is parallel to the edge of that punch. So once you've got it in place, you can kind of shimmy your paper around until you've got it so that this edge is parallel, and then you can make your first punch. Once you've got that first punch, we're going to be looking for the 5-inch oval indicator along the side of our punch base here. You're going to be looking for that little blue circle at the center of your design. So we'll line it up. You've already done the trickiest part, which was getting that oval positioner in line with the edge of your paper. And from here on out, you're just going to be rotating and making a series of punches. Now you'll see that the papers I'm using are mostly solid or lightly patterned papers, and that's because those papers really work best to show off the punched edge that you're creating. Once we get to our third punch here, we're going to add in one more little trick. We'll be looking now at the bottom of our punch base, and in the bottom right here we've got a 5-inch oval indicator. Again, you've got that little blue center. We'll be lining up our first punch. Another neat feature of this system is that you can make shapes of different sizes. Let's take a look at that in creating a square. To start off your square, you're going to be using the border line at the top, as if you were creating a border. Now, we're going to make a slightly larger square. We could stop here and make a very tiny one, but let's make one that's 2 punches long. So we're going to continue on the border system here, and we'll make a second punch along the top. Once we've got that second punch, we can rotate, and we're going to be looking now for the square indicator along the base of our punch. We'll be looking for that little orange design at the center of our punch. Again, the trick is getting it lined up. And the punch does the rest of the work for you. It's going to pop itself into place. And all you have to do is keep punching. Now we're going to continue and make a second punch here. We could make a rectangle if we wanted and turn it again, but we're going to make a square. And so we're going to make a second punch along the top here. Now we'll rotate again. And you can see that with this method, you could really create a square of any size to fit any focal that you've got for your project. You could make rectangles as well using the same method of various sizes. We're going to rotate again to finish it off here. Again, always looking for that orange icon at the center. And there we go. We've got a square. We've got those nice rounded edges, and you can see if you were to make a larger square, you would end up with a nice scalloped shape going along the edges there. And you can make that of any size. Last but not least, probably the quickest and easiest way to add punches to your project is by creating corners. Let's take a look at how to do that. Now you could make a small corner if you wanted by just putting the tip of your paper into the design, or you could make a larger corner by putting a little more of the paper in. Let's aim today for getting the point of our paper to that little magnetic point at the top of our punch base. You're simply going to punch and you end up with a perfect, beautiful corner. If you rotate and do that on all 4 corners, you're going to end up with a very quick and easy way to add some punched embellishments to photos or journaling or other focals that you want to add to your project. This punch system, again, is really easy to use, very intuitive, and can be used for a variety of different shapes and sizes of focals. Here you've got your frame. And let's bring in some of the other shapes we've made. You've got the squares, ovals, you have borders and circles. If I can find the circle here. So really a lot of different options for a variety of different projects.